Never had a real job before this. I just got in my car too. So this was my first step into somewhat adulthood. But
Mhm.
this guy named Kevin Moon. He went to my dad's youth group on and off as a when my dad was a youth group minister growing up in that same town, like when I was growing up
Mhm.
there. So my dad did that till my parents got divorced, and they did that before I was actually born. So they've been doing that a while. Um, so he went to that youth group, and then later in years, when he got older, he wanted to start up his own radio station there. So he did, and it was him and a couple other people at that time, and they didn't have anybody that was super tech savvy, and I was pretty tech savvy coming up. So my dad knew I needed a job, and this just credit to my dad was trying to set me up for the future with what resources I had in Clay County, Alabama. And he didn't want me working at Piggly Wiggly or McDonald's or like everyone else at that time who was my
Yeah.
age, because there's nowhere for a kid to work around there other than places
And
like that.
there's not much you can go up from there really.
Yeah,
I mean, there is,
we
but
don't got the Chick-fil-A for all the high schoolers to go to. We got
yeah,
a McDonald's. We
that's
got
it.
everybody goes to Piggly Wiggly to get their first job, like as a grocery bagger or whatever.
Yeah.
So yeah, he wanted to set me up right. So when he saw that he was doing that, he's like, hey, I'm trying to help my son get a job somewhere. And I think he'd be a big help for you with your computers and stuff, trying to get the business started. So, got a job there. I was kind of like a gopher starting out. I just did whatever, whatever they needed me to do.
Mhm.
So there wasn't like an official title. I just worked there. It was almost like I was an intern, but it was a job.
Yeah.
Um,
Right.
so then I started to develop into more of this like technician role there, and I would run the soundboard for I would run the board for radio shows for sports broadcasts. So I was the guy behind the board, and then every now and again they'd have me on a couple shows. So yeah, that was my first job.